What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wader Zone Podcast, and we are back for another MMA breakdown, guys. This is LFA 212, and guys, at the moment we've been killing in MMA. If you guys have seen our previous videos, at the moment we are 20-4, 20 wins, 4 losses in our last 24 bets for MMA. So let's keep that momentum going. Let's cash out for today's LFA 212. This one's going to be held in Brazil, and we got a lot of really good Brazilian fighters on this one. I like when LFA goes to Brazil. There's always a lot of good fights, and we tend to always cash out when it goes to Brazil. So I want to keep that momentum rolling, and let's cash out for today's LFA 212. A lot of heavy favorites today, but we just gotta see what parlays we're gonna be taking, see what favorites, underdogs we'll be taking. But I'm honestly not gonna lie to you guys, watching the tape on this one, I do see a lot of the favorites winning. I feel like this is a favorite card. I feel like we just got to see what parlays we're gonna actually put in together to see if we cash out for this. So if you guys are here for the first time, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page, come back every single day, guys, and let's cash out for today's LFA 212. And let me say this first of all, if you guys are here for the first time, I do put all my bets I'm going to be taking in the description of this video. So check out the description if you guys are watching this video. I'll show you guys exactly what bets I'm going to be making. The odds are not out yet from on the bookies that I use, but I use fightodds.com and I check out to see exactly what odds are going to be. So like I said, after this video, if you guys are here, check out the description to see exactly what bets I'm making. So let's get into this first fight of the night. First fight of the night, guys, is going to be Julia Barros taking on Radija Aquino. And I'm taking Barros in this one, guys. Barros is one of these young prospects that she just keeps getting better along the way. She has good grappling. She's been fighting in some boxing, kickboxing matches to get her striking up. And I believe she's going to go in here and win this fight pretty easily. I think this is going to be a mismatch in skill. Radija has not fought anybody that was actually good, had good competition, but both of these ladies are actually very green, fighting low competition. But Julia has fought a little bit better competition. Like I said, she's a younger fighter. She's getting better all the time, and I do believe this is going to be a pretty easy fight for her. So for this fight, guys, first fight of the night, give me Julia Barros to win this one. All right, next fight, guys, can be Romana Toscanelli taking on Carol Silva. And I'm taking Romana Toscanelli. I think Toscanelli is going to come in here and win this fight pretty easily. I think the levels of skill in this one is actually just a big mismatch. I think Romana is way better, and I do believe she's going to come in here and get the finish. I think she can win this fight wherever she wants to. She's one of these prospects from Brazil we should keep her eye on because she is a really good fighter. She's getting better all the time. So for the second fight of the night, guys, give me Toscanelli to win this one. All right, next fight, guys, Neto Pinheiro taking on Claudio Morelos. And this one, guys, I'm taking Neto. I think Neto's going to come in here and probably finish this fight, probably by either ground and pound or submission. He has really good grappling, and I do believe he's going to be able to get this fight to the floor. I don't think Claudio has the best takedown defense. I think he's going to come out here and get taken down pretty easily. He also hasn't fought the better competition than Neto. Neto has fought a little bit better competition than him. Both these fighters are in the beginning of their careers. One's 3-0, one's, I believe it was 3-1. But if you look at their competition levels, Neto has fought the higher competition. If you look at the tape, he has the better skills. I think if it ends up a striking battle, it could be closer than usual, but I do think Neto could even win this fight on the feet. But I expect him to come in here, get this fight to the floor, either ground and pound finish or get a submission. So give me Neto Pinheiro for this fight. Alright, guys, next fight is going to be S.Dias Vinicius taking on Jonathan Cordeiro. And this one, guys, this is going to be a very close fight. I think it's honestly a 50-50 fight. I haven't looked at the odds yet for this one, but I just do believe it's going to be a very close fight. But I'm taking S.Dias Vinicius. I think Vinicius is going to come in here. He's going to throw some heavy strikes. I do believe he's going to end up landing one of those heavy strikes. I think he's going to be able to get this fight to the floor if he wants to as well. I honestly think this fight's very close, but I think let me pronounce his name right before I fuck it up again, guys. I'm just going to call him Vinicius. Vinicius, I believe, is going to come in here and get this fight to the floor. He's going to land some strikes on top. I believe he can probably go back and forth with Jonathan. Jonathan's going to try to keep this fight standing and probably try to land some hard strikes on Vinicius. But I just think Vinicius' striking is probably even with him, but the grappling levels are a lot different. I think Vinicius gets this fight to the floor. He's probably going to end up winning this fight, probably by decision in a very close fight. Like I said, a very close fight, but I'm taking Vinicius on this one. All right, next fight, guys, Gabriel Vinicius taking on Lucas Tenorio. And guys, this one I am taking Gabriel Vinicius. 2 Vinicius in a row that I'm taking, but I just think Vinicius has fought the higher competition. I think he's also honestly the better fighter, and even if it comes down to who has the grit and who has the grind, I think Vinicius has a little bit more than that. He's fought high competition, and Lucas Tenorio hasn't fought the best competition either. Both of these guys are very green in their careers, but I do believe it's going to come down to the experience and the skill levels, and I think Gabriel Vinicius is probably going to keep this fight standing, land some heavy strikes, and end up knocking him out. So for this fight, guys, give me Gabriel Vinicius. I do believe he's going to do it by knockout. All right, next fight, guys. Beatrice Consuli taking on Nayan Silva. And this one is a big mismatch, guys. I expect her to be a giant favorite. I think she's probably going to be over a minus 1,000. She should be at least. I haven't looked at the odds yet, but I do believe she should be a minus 1,000 or higher. Beatrice Consuli is one of these MMA prospects to keep her eye on. She's really good. She probably has a chance to go to the UFC one day if she keeps this momentum up. I think she's going to win this fight pretty easily. I think she can take this fight to the floor and win this fight by submission, probably in that first or second round. But for this one, guys, like I said, Beatrice should come in here and win this one fight pretty easily. So give me Patrice Consuli to win this fight. I think she does it by submission. All right, next fight, guys. Lucas Gorvera taking on Luis Herculano, I think is how you pronounce it. But I'm taking Luis, guys. I think Luis has fought the higher competition. He's one of these young prospects we should keep our eye on from Brazil. He has heavy hands. He has good grappling. His striking is getting better and better, and his grappling is getting better and better. Both these fighters are pretty good young fighters in their career at the moment. But I just think Luis has fought the higher competition, and that experience is going to do him really well in this one. I expect him to come in here and probably get this fight done by finish. I think he can do it by submission or a knockout. Either one works for me, but I do believe Luis gets his finish. So for this fight, guys, give me Luis to win this one. All right, next fight, guys. Marcio Cabral taking on Milton Azevedo. And this is a very close fight as well. I think this is a 50-50 fight, but I'm taking Azevedo mainly because he's the more active fighter and the younger fighter. Marcio Cabral took a big layoff. He has only had one fight since 2019, and it wasn't the best competition. And Milton Azevedo has been active in the MMA sport. He's a younger fighter. He's fought good competition, and I just believe the activity and the shape he's going to be in is probably going to do him really well for this fight. I think this is a back and forth fight, probably very close, so I'm taking Milton Azevedo. So Azevedo's a pick for this fight. Next fight, guys, Samuel Diaz taking on Juliano Crescendo. And this one, I'm taking Samuel Diaz. I think Samuel Diaz is probably going to end up getting the knockout in this fight. Both of these guys don't have the best chin. I've seen both these guys probably dropped in their last fight. But I just think Samuel Diaz is going to be able to push forward, and eventually he's going to land that right hand probably a little quicker with the striking. And I do believe he can probably get this fight to the floor as well. If this fight doesn't go his way on the standing, he does have the backup plan with the wrestling. He has good jiu-jitsu as well. He finished his fight by ground and pound I've seen before, and I do believe he can get this fight to the floor if he wants to. But eventually, I do believe he's probably going to keep this fight standing and probably knock out Juliano. But both of these guys don't have a chin, so honestly, either one of these guys could get slept. But the pick I'm taking is Samuel Diaz. Next fight, guys, Joao Moreira taking on Leonardo Curbani. And this is a mismatch in skill, I believe. I think Joao Moreira is going to win this fight pretty easily. I think he's going to get it done by knockout. This guy's striking is legit. This guy has really good movement around the ring, and he's one of these prospects we should keep our eye on from Brazil. I think he has a chance to make it to the UFC. He comes in here and gets a good finish in this one. It's probably a really good knockout, crazy knockout. He probably has like one more fight left in the LFA, and I do believe the UFC could have a chance of calling him up to the UFC. So he should keep that eye open if he comes in here and gets a spectacular knockout, which I do believe he's going to be able to do. So give me Joao to win this fight by knockout. All right, next fight, guys, Daniel Araujo taking on Thomas Bryan. And this is another prospect we should keep our eye on. I think he should win this fight pretty easily. Daniel Araujo, he's really good. This young kid is getting better and better every single fight. And I do believe he's one of those guys that probably have a good chance to make it to the UFC if he keeps it up. Daniel Araujo, I expect him to come in here and win this fight however he wants. I think he has really good striking. I think he has good grappling. I think his cardio is there as well. He can last all 3 rounds. And Thomas Bryan, he's a decent fighter, but from what I've seen, I don't think he has a 3-round cardio to deal with Araujo. I think Araujo is eventually going to catch that chin and knock him out. And if he can honestly get taken down as well, because he doesn't have the best takedown defense. Thomas Bryan has good grappling, but his takedown defense isn't there. But if I was Daniel Araujo, I'll probably keep this fight standing up and end up knocking this guy out. Thomas Bryan does have a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and probably not one you want to mess with on the floor. Probably give him his only path to victories on the floor, but I just think Daniel Araujo is a better overall prospect, and I do believe he wins this fight by knockout. So for this fight, guys, give me Daniel Araujo. Next fight, guys, Marina Montero taking on Nuira Ferreira. And this one, I'm taking Marina. I think Marina is probably going to win this fight in a very close fight by decision. It's probably going to go back and forth. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm a fan of Nuira Ferreira. She hasn't had the best competition in fights, and she hasn't won all of them. But either way, I've watched this girl. I've bet on her a couple times. We've cashed a couple times. We've lost I think one bet on her. But either way, we've cashed on Nuira. But now I believe this is a big step up in competition. I think Marina Montero is probably going to go in here and win this fight by decision. I think it could be a unanimous, probably 30-27. I just don't see how Nuira wins this fight. I think Marina's better on the feet. I think she's better on the floor. I honestly think she's just an all-around better fighter than her, and she's fought the higher competition. So for this fight, guys, give me Marina Montero to win this one. Next fight, guys, Diego Diaz taking on Claudio Ribeiro, and this is a guy that was in the UFC, but he just didn't do well. He got knocked out a few times. He won a few fights, but he just got knocked out too many times. I believe the UFC dropped him. Now he's coming down to LFA, which we don't really see that much. Usually guys go to PFL or they go to Bellator or somewhere more overseas, but he's coming down to the LFA, fighting a lot lesser competition to this one. But either way, I'm taking Diego Diaz. I think this is going to be his last fight in the LFA. I think after he knocks out Claudio Ribeiro, which I do believe he gets it done by knockout, he's going to get called up to the UFC. Probably the Contender Series are going to come around the corner, and they're probably going to bring him up. I believe this is a big test for him, but I believe he's going to be able to get this done. I think the striking levels are just a lot different, and I think Diaz is eventually going to catch that chin Ribeiro. Ribeiro doesn't have the best chin, so if Diaz cracks him at least one time, I do believe he gets knocked out. So for this fight, guys, give me Diego Diaz. I think he does it by knockout. Alright guys, now for the main event, probably one of my favorite prospects to watch. I do believe he will be in the UFC one day. I've been saying it about 3 times. I've broken down all his fights. He might be the best prospect out there at the moment in LFA. Marcos Degli taking on Mateus Severino. I'm taking Degli, guys. I think Degli wins this fight wherever he wants. I think he can knock out Mateus. I believe he can take him down and grind him out for a decision victory, or he can submit him. Last time Mateus actually fought, we cashed on him. He was an underdog. We betted him. We won our bet, but now he's coming back in a quick turnaround. I think Marcos Degli is going to be way too much for him. This is a short notice fight for Mateus as well. Marcos Degli was supposed to fight for the title against somebody else. Now this is an intern title fight for Marcos Degli, and I think Degli is going to come in here and honestly win this one, probably in spectacular fashion. Excuse me, guys. I keep stuttering for some reason, but I'm taking Marcos Degli, guys. I think he comes in here, gets the finish, and wins the LFA interim title, and the UFC will be calling his name. I do believe it will happen very soon. So for this fight, guys, Marcos Degli to win this one. And all right, guys, that is it for today's video. LFA 212. Let's cash out for today's event. Like I said, a 20-4 run at the moment on all of our bets. So let's keep that momentum running, and let's cash out for today's LFA 212. The bets will be in the description. Check it out. I'll have that updated within the hour after this video is posted, so stay tuned to that. Like the video, subscribe to the page, come back every single day, guys. Cage Warriors will be out tomorrow. UFC Fight Night, Luis Teixeira will be out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And all right, guys, I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys next time.